Let's take a closer look at the new HIBREW H13. This is a compact espresso machine with dual heating elements and a large touchscreen on top. I'll walk you through all the details of this new model. HIBREW always includes a solid set of accessories, and this time is no different. You get a sturdy milk pitcher with a 450 milliliter capacity. There's also a pressurized basket and a single shot filter basket. If you need stronger steam, there's an extra Steam 1 tip with 3 holes that you can swap in. The portafilter is 58 millimeters. The wooden handle is very solid and feels good to hold. It feels thicker and more solid than before. There's also a nice tamper, which is the same as the one that comes with the H10 Plus. It fits the basket perfectly, with almost no gap. With all these accessories, you don't really need to buy anything else to start making coffee right away. The overall design is quite different from the H10A and H10 Plus models I reviewed before. The H13 has a more compact body, almost as small as the H10B. The machine is made entirely of aluminum alloy. On the front, there's a pressure gauge with number markings, so you can monitor the extraction pressure in real time. The Steam 1 switch is the same as the H10 Plus, with a wooden handle. The drip tray is a bit smaller, but it's easy to clean. There are suction cups at the bottom to keep the machine in place, so you can remove or lock in the portafilter with just one hand. The brew group is now all metal, which is an upgrade compared to the H10 Plus and H10A. There's also an adjustable water spout underneath, and it delivers a strong flow of water. With this spout, you can make an Americano or long black with just one button. Even though the H13 is compact, it actually has 2 separate Thermoblocks inside. One for brewing and one for steaming. You can't brew espresso and steam milk at the same time. When you turn on steam while brewing, the brewing will stop automatically. But once you finish pulling your shot, you can start steaming right away without waiting. This makes the workflow much smoother, and it's one of the biggest differences compared to the H10 Plus and H10A models. The heat-up time is also quick. After turning it on, you only need less than 40 seconds before you can start brewing, and the steam is ready at about 60 seconds. The dual Thermoblock setup really helps with speed and convenience. The control panel is another clear upgrade. On top of the machine, there's a large round touchscreen. It's much more intuitive than using buttons, so you don't have to remember any complicated combinations. It actually looks premium. When you power it on, you see clear, high-resolution icons, and all the functions and settings are easy to find. In the settings, you can adjust the brewing temperature from 85 to 95 degrees Celsius, and there are extra options for 60, 50, and 25 degrees for anyone who wants to experiment with lower temperature extractions. You can also set the pre-infusion time from 0 to 10 seconds, but keep in mind this is just a waiting period, not the same as the continuous water flow pre-infusion you get on the H10A and Plus. If you want to switch between Celsius and Fahrenheit, just press and hold the clean and setting buttons. There are also quick drink buttons for hot water, black coffee, Americano, single, and double shot espresso. You can long press these buttons to adjust the volume. For hot water, you can set up to 400 milliliters, so it can even double as a kettle. The Americano and black coffee options are especially convenient. If those are your go-to drinks, just press one button, and the machine handles the process automatically. The Americano mode pulls an espresso shot first, then adds hot water, while black coffee does the opposite. Hot water first, then espresso, which is also known as a long black. One thing to note, you can adjust the water amount, but the espresso volume is fixed for these options. If you long press the steam button, you can adjust the steam temperature, which lets you control the steam pressure. The steam power is strong enough for making microfoam and latte art. To use the cold brew mode, hold the power button for 3 seconds when turning the machine on. This switches the machine into cold brew mode, so the heating blocks won't heat up to brewing temperature. Once your coffee is ready, just tap the cold brew button and the machine will extract using lower brew temperature. The final cup looks like a regular espresso, but the temperature is only around 40 degrees Celsius. The lower temperature gives the coffee a smoother and softer flavor, but it's easier to under-extract. so you might want to increase the volume a bit. I still prefer hot brew, but it's worth trying out. Maybe you'll like it. Let's pull a shot and see how it works in practice. I'm using the G5 grinder and have set it to the right grind size for espresso. I tested this grinder a while ago. It's stepless, affordable, compact, and works well for espresso. After grinding the coffee, do a nice puck prep. Even though the H13 comes with a lot of accessories, I still think a dosing ring and a WDT tool are very helpful if you make coffee often. I set the brewing temperature to 92 degrees but turned off pre-infusion. From the pressure gauge, you can see that the H13 gradually builds up pressure instead of jumping straight to high pressure. After about 10 seconds, the extraction pressure reaches 9 bars and stays there for the early part of the extraction. As the coffee gets extracted, the coffee puck's resistance decreases, so the pressure drops slightly during the middle and later stages. The coffee flow stays very stable throughout. It seems like the OPV has been optimized for more even extraction. I finished extracting 36 grams in about 30 seconds. One thing to note is that the H13 does not have a 3-way solenoid valve, so after extraction, some coffee will still drip from the spout, and you need to move your cup away. It's also better to wait a moment for the pressure to release before removing the portafilter. That's a nice shot. Very rich crema, creamy texture, and the taste is well balanced, not too acidic or bitter, with great sweetness and aroma. The shot quality is very impressive. I ground another 18 grams of coffee and did the puck prep. Now let me show you how to make a black coffee. I set the hot water to 125 milliliters, since a long black usually uses less water than an Americano for a more intense coffee flavor. Press the black coffee button and hot water will pour in first. It automatically stops when it reaches your set volume. Then it starts to pull the espresso shot. Adding hot water first and then topping with espresso helps preserve the crema and coffee flavor better. If you enjoy long blacks, this function is really useful, and the coffee tastes excellent. The Americano mode works the opposite way. It makes the espresso first, then automatically adds water. But the coffee is fixed at 35 milliliters by default. Comparing the two, I prefer the long black. Finally, let's test the steam performance. Pour 200 milliliters of cold milk into the milk pitcher. This machine has dual heating blocks. Although you can't brew and steam at the same time, after making an espresso, you can start steaming milk immediately without waiting. Purge out the water and then set the wand in place and start steaming. I'm using the single hole tip, which is easier to control for beginners. The steam is strong enough to create a vortex, and the whole milk steaming process takes about 50 seconds. The milk foam comes out very smooth and shiny, with great flow. You can make all kinds of milk-based drinks and practice latte art at home. After finishing, you don't need to wait and can continue brewing the next cup of coffee right away. That's the benefit of having dual heating elements. In summary, the H13 is a solid choice for home use. It's easy to use, has one-touch drink options, a clear touchscreen, and a compact size that fits small countertops. The dual Thermoblock system makes the workflow smoother and faster. The coffee quality is very good, and the pressure feels more stable than earlier models. I do wish it had the continuous water pre-infusion mode and a 3-way solenoid valve from the H10 Plus. But since this machine is much more compact, so there may not be enough space for it. It's also a bit cheaper than the H10 Plus. If you are interested in getting one, check out the coupon in the description below. This is my detailed walkthrough of the H13. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment. Don't forget to like or subscribe. Thanks for watching.